America runs on Dunkin'.
So Dunkin' has 10,000 stores worldwide in 33 countries, and they serve up to 3 million visitors a day. So they are serving a variety of customers, but who exactly is Dunkin's target market? So since the 1950s, Dunkin' Donuts has been a leader in the baked goods and coffee chain industry. However, they are serving a variety of customers. Their target market consists of teens and middle-aged adults who are always on the go, whether it's to catch a bus, train, or just be on time to school or work. However, they haven't necessarily narrowed down who it is they want to target exactly.
Our customer profile is a 20-year-old girl named Sarah who lives in San Francisco, California, and is a full-time student and a part-time employee. Despite Sarah being a full-time student, she has a couple of part-time jobs which cause her to have an income of about $30,000 a year, which is kind of a lot for her age and the fact that she's a full-time student. But she has a fear of not being able to pay off her bills, so that has caused her to spend her money frugally and also be very aware of what she's spending her money on. Dunkin's prices match Sarah's preferred price range. Dunkin' follows the mindset of me too, but cheaper. But they do not always do a great job on marketing that. For example, Dunkin' versus Starbucks. Dunkin's chai tea latte sells for $3.75 as opposed to Starbucks $4.25.
First thing I noticed with Dunkin' Donuts from being in one and as well as just through some preliminary research is that Dunkin' Donuts is kind of an atmosphere of you get what you get. So basically, you know, it's kind of a working man's atmosphere. It's very basic usually, not a lot of scenery or decor. So it's just kind of right there. And when you look at, you know, the competition that Dunkin' Donuts has, like Starbucks, for example, Starbucks kind of brings like a certain like, you know, nicer decor, something that's like more catered towards younger people that, you know, that's more in fashion is what Starbucks would be considered compared to Dunkin' Donuts. Now, that is not to say that Dunkin' Donuts has a lesser product, but the representation of the product would not be maybe as appealing to a 20-year-old girl as, let's say, Starbucks would. This is mostly because their atmosphere is just, you know, it's meant for everybody, working class, that's the type of thing. And, you know, with college students, obviously, you know, cheaper prices, Dunkin' does have cheaper prices than Starbucks. However, the atmosphere isn't something ideal for a college student. When you want to go in there, you want to feel like nice and comfortable and nice scenery, but with Dunkin' Donuts, it's kind of just, you know, bare, not really a whole lot to look at. It's almost bland, like you want to get your coffee and leave, best case scenario. You don't want to sit and enjoy the atmosphere like you would at Starbucks per se. With Starbucks, obviously, you know, there's a lot of very good atmosphere in there, and there's a lot of people that want to stay in there and work on homework per se, as compared to Dunkin' Donuts, which once you get your coffee, generally you will leave right after. With Starbucks, however, you know, if you stay, they have the possibility to get more product by staying there longer compared to Dunkin's, which I feel like would be more of just a one purchase type of thing. You leave, come back again because they have good product. However, compared to Starbucks, I think their atmosphere caters less to the 20-year-old. So that would, I think, is the main issue that Dunkin' Donuts has with our target demographic.
I'm going to be talking about our target market of a college-aged girl and Dunkin' Donuts and how they can market to her. And in particular, I'm going to be talking about the two categories of what she's looking for and what influences her. And as far as what she's looking for a place to decompress after a hectic week. And as far as that goes, we don't necessarily think that Dunkin' Donuts can necessarily do something that they're not doing currently to address that need, but they could more so just market more towards her to make her realize that that place can help her decompress after that week. Another need she has is a quiet place to study where she's not distracted by her messy room. And we had an idea that we'll expand on in further milestones and look into, but maybe like a library type room that Dunkin' Donuts could include, where they have just a room where the doors can close and it's quiet in there and college students can go and gather to do homework if they want to while they're eating their donuts or getting their coffee or drink. Another problem she has is she's looking for a good deal to make her feel better about her purchase. After research, we found that Dunkin' Donuts currently has a 10% student discount where if you show your student ID with a university card, that they give you a 10% discount. So we think that that's a good step towards fulfilling this need, but they could just do a better job of marketing it. Maybe they could partner with different universities and send out emails and just promote to the students the discount that they have. Another one is her sense of stability in a crazy world and cool new experiences or adventures. We think Dunkin' Donuts can maybe come up with some type of game or like a bingo drink card where they fill out different drinks and they check them off the box, and when they complete the card, they get a free drink or something like that. And then for what influences her, her friends and colleagues influence her a lot. So we think that maybe they could include her friends in doing some type of posting a selfie on social media with a hashtag, and she's entered to win a free drink. And she's also influenced by magazines, blogs, articles, and design publications. And we think to market towards that they Dunkin' Donuts could run advertisements on specific websites such as Quizlet and other platforms that students use, and they will be able to promote to her that way.
Person that we're focusing on is Sarah. So I have what her hopes and dreams are and her worries and fears. Sarah hopes to one day become a reputable interior design. That's more than likely her dream job. Interior design is really awesome and something you can do a lot with. She can actually check off 2 of her boxes. The other one would be wanting to travel the world and keeping it, and she can do that with interior design and kind of keeping it with the Dunkin' Donuts theme here. Dunkin' Donuts does have 33 stores located over the world, so she can take her interior design there. Personally, I don't think Dunkin' Donuts interior design is all that great, so she can hopefully hop onto their team, and that will be able to give her that interior design job, and then she can also travel the world through Dunkin' Donuts. Another one is to have flexibility to be able to pick up and go as she pleases. If you're traveling the world, this is something that you have to be good at and something that you will be good at. You will adapt to this, and that will become natural to you. Having no worries about finances. Finance is something everyone struggles with, and most people are worried about. My advice would be is just to find a steady paying job, and then you'll be fine, Sarah. Some of her worries and fears, not being able to pay her bills, but to be kind of just up the same alley as finance. What I would suggest to help is to stay reasonable. One of Sarah's brand affiliations is Starbucks. Starbucks can sometimes be a little bit more expensive than, let's say, for Dunkin' Donuts or a smaller mom and pop coffee shop. So you could even switch over. Come over to the Dunkin'. We'll give you some relatively cheaper prices, and you'll still be getting that coffee fix. I know my sister is a big Starbucks girl. She takes Starbucks now more so as a treat than as a daily consumption to help herself save. Getting stuck somewhere and not being able to travel, obviously what you want to do is travel, Sarah. So I would suggest that you keep that in your mind and you open your eyes up to all opportunities that come your way that you could see yourself traveling. Not have enough time with your cat. This could be difficult if you want to travel. Hopefully your opportunities you find allow pets to come with. That can also become more expensive. So as you get older and realize that there's some opportunities that you have to let go, this could possibly be one. Find a nice friend or family for that cat to go that you can see them all the time if you'd like. And then being able to pay college debt. I'm a college student as well. This is something that I've worried about. I'm sure that some of my other group members could say that they've worried about too. One thing that I always think about is I am getting a college education and putting myself in this debt. So I am doing that fully believing that it is worth it and that it will put me ahead of the game and find me a job that can pay off those loans, give me a better repertoire to get a better job.
So as we've covered, Dunkin' Donuts is clearly missing the mark. In this day of age where coffee and relaxing and doing homework at a coffee shop is the craze and is very popular, Dunkin' Donuts is missing the mark with a strong segmentation of Sarah. She is a 20-year-old college student that just wants to have a place to relax. She has a bunch of work and she wants to have a place that she can relax and enjoy, either do some homeworks or just decompress from her week. Dunkin' Donuts is missing the mark when it comes to her, and that is a segmentation that we believe that they can capitalize on. Dunkin' Donuts is a fast food feel whenever they're also a coffee shop, which is what we will cover in the future milestones, which we believe they can capitalize off by becoming more a coffee shop feel that has fast food. And since we've covered already the profile of Dunkin' Donuts, it is clear to see they have multiple stores, they have multiple locations, they have their foot in many different doors, and they have multiple different customers. But what they haven't capitalized on is a huge market trend that they can take advantage of and use with customers like Sarah. So one final thing before we conclude is to look at Starbucks. One of her brand affinities brands that she turns to the most is Starbucks. And what she is saying is she is looking for something with a good deal and a nice atmosphere. Well, if Dunkin' Donuts can capitalize off the good atmosphere, they already have better prices and they have something along with a good deal, which is included with the student discount that they do not market that Logan had mentioned. So we believe in our further milestones we will create a marketing strategy for Dunkin' Donuts. But at this moment we have brought up the profile of Sarah and brought up the profile of Dunkin' Donuts and have realized that they have missed a mark. We have found out where they are missing the mark, we've grown in our knowledge of Dunkin' Donuts, and we are excited to dive into more of what we can do to help Dunkin' Donuts market to the segmentation of people like Sarah. Thanks.